get my TikTok studio thing up and functioning, but will it let me?
Perfect. Well, hey everybody. It is me and Sheila J. We're back with another video for you guys. It's gonna be
Yay.
so awesome. We're
I'm
super
so
excited. Yeah,
I'm very excited.
me too. And we're talking about a really dope ass topic today. We're talking about dealing with things in the 3D. Um, So that's pretty much anything that you could be manifesting. So we're going to cover some things. Sheila had some specific things that she brought up, like 3Ps, no movement, dealing with doubt from the people around you, all of that relevant shit, you know? So we're going to talk about that. We went live on her TikTok I was about to say last month, last year, last week. The queen of manifesting is her TikTok. And yeah, everybody like loved her, loved us together.
Mhm.
So we're like, we're gonna come, we give the people what the people want, right?
Yeah, come back and to make this like a weekly thing.
Yeah, hell yeah, bruh. I love it. Hey Summer, hey Caramel, Haley.
Hey guys.
Are you able to see the comments on your side too?
Yeah, I can see the comments on my side.
Cool. Hi Grepsy. Um, I just used this like lip gloss. It's like watermelon and it tastes so good. Like the air of it tastes good. Hey,
You know,
papaya. Hey, Mayo. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get started while Sheila is trying to stream us to her TikTok as well.
I
So she's
am
getting that
it's
set up.
my computer is doing this really weird thing where it's not showing up. So I
Maybe it's because I'm doing the live.
no,
Maybe.
it's this. I don't know what this is.
Oh.
It's giving me a weird screen. Like I
Hmm.
can't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Never done
But
that. So I don't know.
yeah, I don't know anything about that life. I don't know anything about like streaming
It's
to
okay. We're
TikTok and
gonna
everything
discuss
like
it.
that.
It's okay. We tried. I tried.
Yeah, it's fine. So do you want to start, Sheila? You want me to start?
You can start because it's your channel, so you can start.
Okay. Well, um, gosh, what do I always say about 3D, first of all, is that yes, we get it. 3D is fucking annoying sometimes, but it just simply cannot be what you're using to decide, right? It can't be what you're using to decide, right? Like the way that I see 3D, you guys. The way I see 3D is like either it could be what I want or it could be what I want. That's it. That's the two options. It could be what I want or it could be what I want. And if it's not
Either
looking like what
or.
I want, then yeah, I must be tripping. I must got some fuzz on my contact or some shit because it must be what I want. Okay. So yeah, I get that it can be discouraging, you know. But like I said, you guys, it just can't be. It can't be your determining factor. Your determining factor has to be what do you want? Do you want that to be the case? That is how I decide. Am I giving this my attention or not? Right? Do I want that to be the case? If not, then I'm not giving it out of my attention. I don't it doesn't deserve my attention then. Right? If I want it to be the case, it deserves my attention. But most people are going off of what's in front of me. Is it real? Is it tangible? Can I reach out and touch it or not? And that determines if I have it or not. But y'all, if you're calling things that are unseen as though they were, and you wait for them to be seen to call them forth, like, does that math for y'all? It
No.
doesn't math for me. What about you, Sheila? What do you think about the 3D? Like, how do you deal with 3D?
I mean, what I think about 3D is sometimes it's like a big load of baloney. Okay, I think that there are times where you have to use your discernment and your ability to know, like, you're gonna get what you want regardless of what happens. I
Mhm.
think that a lot of times we try to use the 3D as evidence of the evidence, and it's like you can't use the 3D as evidence to know whether or not you're gonna get what you want, because you could get what you want tomorrow. Like, you don't know. So it's like if I or you are basing that notion of, oh, I'm not getting what I want based on conversations I've had with other people, or um what you see, or you just because you see hear the word no, you're just taking it as, oh well, I'm not getting what I want because I'm hearing the word no. If I let every no tell me no when I was starting to model and do all this other stuff, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. If I let every no stop me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real shit. I love that. Like, a couple of things I want to touch on. No. And things looking like it's a no. It's so funny because I just had a session, guys, with my energy healer. Her name is Wraith. She's amazing. And she's, of course she's amazing, so she's always busy. And like I was thinking in my head, like I basically like tried to reschedule our session, but because I thought I had a session and then I didn't. So I was like, oh, I can't go. Then I can go. And she was like, oh, I don't have any time. Like, I don't know. And I could have been like, damn, she doesn't have any time. I just have to wait. Da 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 da. And I realized the story I was telling. I was like, she always is busy. Like, she's too busy for me. And I was like, no, no. She always has time for me. And yeah, she said no. Like, this is how I'm serious, you guys, when I say what I'm saying about 3D. She said no. Is that what I want? Then I'm not agreeing with that. No, she said, yeah. Literally just like that. Like, this is why I say, you guys, Delulu is the Salulu, right? If I am going to go based on facts, when she said no, I can't, I would have had to been like, okay, I can't. But I was like, no, I want her to. And then, right, I was like, oh, do you have time? This and that. She's like, oh, well, I have this time available, the same time that she didn't have available earlier, just the same day, right? So, like, no, or no movement, or whatever. I was reading a story in Neville's book, and this person basically manifested a whole like business building for free. Like, literally, some rich person came in and was like, I see you in this business. I trust you guys. I think it's a good investment. I'm going to buy that for you. This business was like the most desirable like spot, the most desirable place, all like. And so, but how it happened though was the guy basically saw, like, he would see the billboard or like the name on the building, on the business, and he would see his family's name instead. He would see his family's name instead. And he did that though, guys, for 2 years. Just imagining. It was 2 years. And most people right now are like, oh, I'm about to click off. I'm not waiting 2 years for shit. Well, the 2 years is gonna pass either way. And it's not to say that things take 2 years, you guys, but the attitude of it didn't happen, so it's not gonna happen is the reason why it never happens for you, bruh. Like,
Mm.
this guy persisted. No matter what, he could have stopped at 6 months and said, this is some bullshit. He could have stopped at a year. I think we would be justified if he stopped at a year and said, you know what? I don't think that's going to happen. Even after the 2 years when the business sold, y'all, because the business it was already owned by somebody when he started imagining for it. Then 2 years later, the business sells. He still didn't even have any money. He was like, well, that's nice. Looks like I'm closer, but I don't have any money. Somebody walked into the store and was like, yeah, I'm
Mm.
going to buy it for you. Like, but if he would have said, "Oh, it's been 2 years," or, "Oh, it's been a year, it's been 6 months." Well, then he wouldn't, "Oh, I'm not doing this shit. This is never gonna happen for me." Then that's exactly how the fuck it would have went. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just persist, like, y'all, no matter what it's looking like, what the time is, whatever, right? Don't be too involved with those trolls, Sheila. I don't
I
know what.
ignore them. I really do ignore. the
Okay, me too. Cause I'm
trolls.
like, I'm not paying them no attention. But but yeah, you guys, like, just time is going to pass anyway. You know what I'm saying? But just be willing, right? I love you, Summer. Thank you, Summer. But be willing, you guys, to
What
just
trolls?
persist,
I'm sorry.
right?
I laughed at that.
So yeah, you got to be able to persist, you guys. And what was the other? Oh, the people around you. I was talking about this on the live earlier today. Like, y'all, the people around you, especially if they're muggles, which is what I call people who are not awake to manifestation. I think muggles is a nice term, right? Wraith doesn't have a YouTube, y'all. She has a Instagram. Her Instagram, I can't even think of it, y'all. Shit. I don't know. But I will put her email in the chat or like in the comments or the description or something. But like I call them muggles because it's not their fault that they're asleep. We were all asleep one time, you know, but they don't understand. They can't even begin to understand when it comes to what you're doing, what you're manifesting, what you're creating. Like that for them is like so far to the left. And so not only that, everybody's you pushed out, right? So these people are echoing your doubt. They're echoing the part of you inside that's like, I don't really believe this. So of course you're gonna talk to the friend that's like, girl, that's impossible. That would never happen. And the muggles are not like they're not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to discourage you. They really love you. And so they're trying to keep you safe. They're like, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your dreams up. Accept reality. Accept what it is like I did. Let life beat you the fuck down like I did. You know what I mean? But they just like 3D, a muggle doesn't have anything to give you except doubt. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Unless they're like a really good muggle. Like that's just like, I'm just going to support you even though I don't understand. But you know what I mean? Like you can't either you need to talk to somebody, and I even say, you guys, either it needs to be somebody in law of or like law of assumption specifically, not even just manifestation, because law of attraction manifesting is different from law of assumption manifesting, very different.
Mm.
And so if you're talking to a law of attractioner and they're like, well, did you, I don't know, did you let it go and charge your crystals under the full moon? Oh, well, that's why it didn't happen. Well, then now you're putting your power into things outside of you. You know what I'm saying? So, unless you have a buddy that is specifically in law of assumption, then you need to consult with yourself. That's who I consult with. How's it going, Olivia? Great. Because not even because it looks great, not even because I see movement, but because I know that my assumptions harden into fact. So for me to say it's going anything other than great is not smart. Now, this is not saying that you suppress your emotions, because when I'm not great, I do allow myself to have that moment. But me deciding, am I going to have what I want? I don't give a fuck if I've been crying for 3 weeks. I'm still going to have what I want because it's up to me to decide that. What about you, Sheila?
I think I 100% agree with you in terms of everything that you just said. I think that you do have to decide. Like, it's not up for somebody else to make the decisions for you. It's up to you to decide. But I think that, and I literally just said this in one of my TikToks like earlier today, where I was like, what did I say exactly? Oh, I said people are either going to parrot your affirmations back to you, or they're going to parrot their limited beliefs onto you.
Ooh,
So you either have a choice in having crazy faith and believing in yourself and persisting and the knowing that you're going to get what you want, because let's face it, every little thing in this on this planet was crazy until it happened.
yes.
Okay, it was crazy until it happened. I have the book Crazy Faith by Michael Todd. If you do not have that book, go get it. You need it. It's one of my go-to books. I haven't finished it, but you need it. Um, that'll bring the awareness, because you don't want to build. You're not building. Um, you have baby faith, and then you have crazy faith. You have build a skyscraper with a shitty foundation. What is your foundation? Your foundation is self-concept.
Mhm.
Without self-concept, you cannot build the Empire State Building. Where are you going on a shaky foundation? You're not going anywhere. But that's not to say that you can't manifest. No, you can. But if you want to have crazy faith, and you want to put things to the test, and you want a skyscraper, then you got to work on your self concept. Again, it's only crazy until things happen. And I love being able to just prove people wrong. I love proving people wrong. Like, oh, okay, great. You're telling me what I don't want to. You're gonna keep telling me no. You're gonna keep telling me I can't do this. You're gonna keep saying that. No, I'm gonna do it anyway. Watch me do it anyway because I do it every time. Literally every time. I said skyscraper. Like you have to know. You know what your limits are, but there are no limits because you're limitless. Don't put your don't base your reality off of other people's limitations or society's limitations. Like I've been questioning this for like week. It's when we're born with with no limitations. We're taught the limitations. We're taught this is how it goes because society wants you to stay like this. But that's not when you learn this stuff, then you learn like, oh no, we really are limitless. If you treat yourself like a baby, you're literally learning. Like you have to learn everything all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. The faith. Ooh, gosh, I think we should talk about that. It actually goes perfectly with what we're talking about, which is 3D.
Yeah.
Because what is your faith in, right? Is your faith in 3D? If because faith, like the 3D is literally just the manifestation of the past. This is why people recreate the past. They live the same year over and over and over. It's your eighth 2014, right? But well, 2014 was kind of a lit year. But anyways, like what is your faith like? Your faith. This is where I feel like a lot of people in the law of assumption have it fucked up because the law of assumption shows that we are God, right? So people feel like I, the avatar, am God,
Mm.
right? So I, the avatar, but then you're measuring your manifestation with what you, the avatar, know, with what you, the avatar, are capable of physically, right? Which is nothing compared to what God is capable of. Like your faith in the God self, the God energy, source energy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Your faith in that is what can carry you over the mountain. Your faith in that is what commands the mountain to move, and it moves. Actually, you know what? It's you, the avatar, that commands the mountain to move. Because God doesn't care about the mountain if it moves or not. God is vibing through the multiverse right now. You know what I mean? But you give God the task, the intention. I want that to move. But what a lot of people are doing in the law of assumption is like, okay, how do I, as a person, make that move? How do but that's impossible. I can't move it. I'm not strong enough. I'm not big enough. You don't have to do it. You say to the mountain, move, and your faith moves the mountain, right? Neville has a book, I believe. Your faith is your fortune. That says all of it right there. Your faith is your fortune. The better that you can believe, the more, just like Sheila is saying about crazy faith, people want people want faith that crazy shit can happen. They want faith that, I don't know, whatever. They want faith that they can bend reality and transport things and do this and do that. But they don't believe that they can manifest a coffee. They don't believe that they can manifest a text from somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad thing, but it's just prove the law to yourself. Like hearing people talk about it is great, it's inspiring, but it's not going to necessarily give you faith, right? You doing it yourself is going to give you faith and then your faith is like a muscle that you build. Your faith gets stronger and stronger and you become that's why you guys, that's why I'm that way with 3D because when something's bothering me in 3D, I'm knowing that I still have a choice though. just because this thing is bothering me, just because this thing looks like how I don't like it, doesn't mean that my choice leaves me. And that's where people fuck up. Oh, this thing seems so big and bad. I don't have a choice anymore. Fuck that. Never admit defeat, right? Never submit to anything that's not what you want. Okay? Hmm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard. That's literally hard.
Yeah.
Like
So,
that's important. Like you
mhm.
have one without the other. You gotta keep building the guys. That's my niece and nephew. So if you're wondering why they're screaming in the background, it's just my niece and nephew. So let them. That's what they do best. They're having fun. It means they're happy. Um, you have to, like that book says, you have to build the faith. Like you cannot have one without the other. You can't just expect, oh, like, you know, why is my life going like this? Test out the stuff. Like test it out. We're
Yes.
not just talking about this for no reason. You can either the way I see it is you have the two choices. You have an abundance of choices, yes, but you can either choose to you have nothing to lose by going into your imagination and choosing to think a new story.
Yes. Yes.
You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yes.
There's you no one can literally tell you, "Oh, you can't imagine this. You can't imagine being with your SP." That no one can tell you that. No one's going to stop you from doing that. Like so you might as well use it to your advantage because you're either imagining the worst case scenario or gonna imagine the best case scenario.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you're still gonna do whatever it is that you're gonna do, regardless of what anybody says or not. Like just do it anyway. So
Yes.
why like no one can tell like no one can sit here saying anything else because no one is inside your mind other than you and you
Right.
aren't even inside your mind. That like when you really go and you really think about that, it's like you can't. No one is in your mind other than you, and you are not in your mind. You are just experiencing your mind.
Yes. Ooh, that's a bar. Oh my God, Sheila, I want to touch on that because that has been first. I want to touch on where you said, do it anyway, y'all. That sentence right there, like, you're gonna come across things, you guys, that don't make any sense, that seems impossible to you, that seems like I don't think this can happen, whatever, right? Do it anyway. Imagine anyway. Like Sheila said, you have nothing to lose by just imagining. Do y'all know? I would say honestly, maybe about 70% now. But before, it'd be like 85% of the time when I manifest something, I'm like, I don't see how this could happen. I don't see where this could go. But I do it anyway. Well, I'm gonna just see. I'm gonna just see. Instead, people are like, I don't see how this can happen. I'm gonna research it for years and never try it. What? That's not gonna get you anywhere. Just try it. It proves itself. But Sheila said, you're experiencing your mind, you guys. Y'all, that is so fucking deep. And so what I've been kind of realizing, like the epiphany that I've been kind of acting as is like, okay, we are all God expressed. And so, really, who we are deep down is God, is divine perfection. And if that is who we are and we have the ability to identify with whatever we want, why not identify with that divine perfection? And if we're identified with that divine perfection in our mind, our reality is nothing but our mind pushed out, then everything in our reality is perfect. And that
Mm.
has been kind of the epiphany like, well, if I'm really perfect, because everything else, even just me being Olivia, is not true. It's not true. It's a concept that God took on. God's like formless, and it's like, oh, I'm going to be Olivia. And as Olivia, I took on more concepts of myself. But when I come beyond the concepts And back to the origin and knowing who I really am, if I'm divine perfection, there's nothing for me to fight against. There's nothing for me to force. There's nothing for me to push against. I can just be in total expectation that my reality is perfect because I'm perfect. And so, in that, what that does is it puts you in a perpetual expectation of the highest outcome for whatever, the highest outcome. You're automatically expecting the best thing to happen because you're expecting perfection. A lot of the trip up on the law of assumption ride is what's wrong with me? What's my block? What am I doing wrong? What oh, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. I'm affirming for a million hours a day. Why do you think you're doing that? Because you're aware, right? Your reality is not showing you what you're doing. It's showing you who you believe that you are. And what you're doing is to influence who you believe that you are, which will show you something different. But if you're affirming a million times a day, who you believe that you are is the version of you that doesn't have it, right? But if you're perfect and you are it all and you have it all, this is when you really identify, you guys, with the God self. Then what is there to even create if creation is finished? It's just you all like in a perpetual realization of, wow, everything's perfect. Wow, my reality's perfect. Mhm.
So, from the book From Crazy Faith, right? There's levels to this faith stuff, but there's an expert that I'm gonna read. One of the things that has surprised us is how much intentionality goes into the planning, preparation, configuration of the foundation. Digging, measuring, steel reinforcements, cement mixing, leveling, and more. When I asked the foundation contractor why it was taking so long, because honestly I was ready to see some progress above ground, he reiterated that the foundation is the most important phase of construction. They never rush this big part of the process because, as he put it, in a very matter of fact tone, we can fix a wall, we can repair a window, but once this house is up, the foundation is set forever, and that is unless we tear it down or do major reconstruction. I couldn't help but wonder what areas of my life have I built on a faulty foundation. Where do I need some major reconstruction?
Wow.
Hmm. And the layers of the faith is a vacant lot, meaning no vision or direction available, full of potential. Porta potty faith, used only as a last resort, usually full of crap, requires a lot of maintenance, has just enough room for one. Then you have trailer home faith. Not set in stone, easily moved, not anchored down, susceptible to damage from outside circumstance, doesn't have much room for others. Fixer upper faith. Pretty solid belief structure, but compromised integrity due to doubt, disappointment, and damage over the years. Needs some work. Then you got mansion faith. Large, strong faith framework, intentionality designed to last a long time, aesthetically pleasing to attract others, set up to leave a legacy for future generations. Then you got, last but not least, you got skyscraper faith. Huge visions, giant goals, daring dreams, lifestyle of faith on public display that is focused on serving countless others.
Yes. I love that. I
And if
love that.
you got to be honest with yourself, where your level of faith is at.
I
Most
love
of us
that.
are not willing to be honest with where our faith is at.
Yes. 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 That that is something that I also like touched on because I think that a lot of people come in, what's the faith
Crazy
it's
faith.
crazy faith? Yeah. I think a lot of people come into the law of assumption and they come from basically having no idea about manifestation, no idea how to manifest, and they go right to, yeah, I'm the god of my reality, I can create anything, but they've never created anything before. And it's like, and then they're not willing because of all the stuff that people say on the internet, they're not willing to even look and say, do I believe what I'm saying? I've been saying it, saying it, saying it, but do I act as that? Do I believe as that? Do I move like that? Like, If you're saying like, no, I know everything I do is perfect. Oh no, everything I do, da, 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 well, if it is, then like look at the results. And this is the reason why I said that, is because if you're doing everything perfect and you're not getting any results, then what is there left for you to do? Nothing. If you're doing everything perfect and you're not getting results, there's nothing left for you to do. So maybe it's okay to look and say, because everybody's so like, oh, I have no limiting beliefs. I'm this and I'm that. And it's like, okay, but be dead ass for real. Right? The way that I can know people's limiting beliefs is just from what's going on in their life. They
Mm.
tell me their circumstance. And I can tell them what they must believe about themselves based off what they're saying. Right? Based off what they're saying, this is what you must believe about yourself. So you might be saying this all day, you might be doing rampages and affirmations all day, but the results are showing you what's real. And until you look and say, damn, okay, why is there the resistance, right? Why is there resistance? And then once you realize, okay, here's a story that's in opposition, right? Here's a story that's in opposition to what I'm trying to manifest. And then you can stop telling that story, but you can't stop telling a story that you're not aware that you're telling.
Mm.
Because a lot of times you don't even realize that you're telling the story until you're deep into a spiral and you're like, how did I get here? How did I get here? And by the time you're in emotion, you guys, by the time you're deep in a spiral and like down in your emotions, you can't see clearly. You can't see clearly. You can't identify where it comes from. All you know is you're triggered and you're upset and you're angry and you're hurt. That's all you know. But you don't know where that came from. But when you are aware of yourself, when you're saying, yeah, I'm manifesting $10 million, but you're simultaneously thinking to yourself, okay, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent next month. So who am I going to call? Right? Well, those are two different belief systems. That's two different identities. And you're saying, yeah, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent next month, but I'm the God of my reality and I know that this is happening. I mean, okay, right? But if you were to actually look at that and say, okay, damn, let me first be aware, because that's the thing. People are skipping self awareness. They're not aware of what they believe or what they're thinking or what they're saying, the stories they're telling. They're just going right to, I'm the God of my reality. And so there's no limiting beliefs, but you don't even know what the fuck you're saying. You don't even know what you're talking about, you know? And so it's but when you're aware, when you say, okay, let me be just aware of myself, let me listen to myself, let me watch myself. Oh, wow. If I'm planning not to have my rent, that's weeks away right now. I think right now I'm identifying as someone who has problems with money, who is hard to make money, who never has enough. That's very different from a $10 million identity, right? And when you become aware of that, then you can choose again. But when you're like $10 million, $10 million, I'm the God of my reality. Oh, I'm gonna ignore that I'm basically in a full panic attack in my body right now. I'm gonna ignore that. Yeah, $10 million, and then you get there, your rent, you can't pay it because you manifested that. You chose that reality out of impulsion, out of habit, right? You chose, oh, I'm not gonna pay. You chose it weeks ago. And then you're like, oh, now you come on somebody's live, somebody's comments. This doesn't work. I've been doing everything right. I don't have any limiting beliefs. I don't have any blocks. Where's my $10 million? Well, but you can't discover that until you humble yourself just a little bit, you guys. Look, I'm all for an inflated ego, right? I'm all for feeling like you the shit, and that's fine. Y'all know that. You gotta know you the shit. You do want to know your God. You do want to identify, but you also actually being God though is being aware of all the ways that you're not, all the ways that you're being limited, thinking limited. And when you become aware of them, it's not to become aware and identify with that. It's to become aware and choose again. If Jesus was walking through wherever, Bethlehem, doing his healings and stuff, and he's like, oh, leprosy. Oh, I'm scared. That's contagious. I don't want to get that. He's not fully identified with his God self. God can't catch a disease, bruh. But if he was shaky in that at all, And he's like, no, I'm the son of God, you guys. I got this, but somebody get me a hazmat suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, be for real, bruh. That's all I be saying. It's funny because I be saying be for real, but also don't be for real. It's like everything in this reality, you guys, is a contradiction. It is and it's not. Like y'all ever see Alice in Wonderland when she was like, "What if everything you thought really was really wasn't, and everything that seemed like this really was that?" And she's like going all in this like what if this
Going
or
down the
even
rabbit hole.
yeah, you know, or even some of you guys, if y'all ever heard Vice Versa by Pastor Troy, that's some real, like, I always say some real hood shit. I guess it could be seen as that, but don't listen to that if you're sensitive. But those of you that's not sensitive, go listen to it. But what if everything was flip flop, right? Like everything is this and not that at the same time. Yeah, you gotta be for real. You gotta be aware. What am I thinking? What am I identifying as? But you also have to be choosing though. Oh, okay, I'm identifying as a person that can't pay her rent, but I'm now identifying as the person that manifests money with ease. 10 million is easy.
Mm.
Mhm. Not Cartman. You guys. I fucking can't.
Just sprinkle, sprinkle. Just sprinkle, sprinkle. But I don't even like the sprinkle, sprinkle lady like that. So sprinkle, sprinkle. That's for a whole other live for a whole other day because we might have to come back and do a live on listening to that toxic dating advice. That's
Yes.
for a live for another day.
Yes.
Cause whoo, whoo, hmm.
Yeah.
Some of y'all
Yeah.
taking advice from the wrong people.
Yeah, and it's across the board though, because the sprinkle sprinkle lady, I don't to be honest, I feel like someone deeply hurt her at some point.
I think so too.
And
I think
that's
so.
yeah, that's all that it is. But some of the stuff that she's saying, I can't lie, is right. Some of the stuff she's saying, some of the law of assumption people need to listen. Because at the end of the day, she does deliver it in a toxic way. But at the end of the day, it's what she's saying is know your value. Stop settling for people that don't do shit for you, can't treat you right. Stop. You know, that's all she's saying. You know what I mean? And she does do it in a way that is not necessarily the most highest and loving, but these law of assumptioners, right? These law of assumptioners saying, oh yeah, I know he pulls your hair and kicks you. Just stay with him. Oh, just affirm. Just when he gets done, go get you a pack of peas and sit in the corner and affirm. The fuck? Sorry, I'm not gonna tell you that. Some of them need some sprinkle sprinkle in their life. That ass, you know. So it's toxicity on both sides, right? It's toxicity on both sides. But what it is what are you subscribing to, right?
That
What are you believing? Is it coming from fear or is it coming from love? Because on both sides of there's fear. When it's fuck niggas, I'm taking all his money, da 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 da. When it's that is coming from fear. I've been hurt before, and I don't want to be hurt again. So I'm gonna be the person that hurts people. That's all that is. But also when it's he pulls my hair and kicks me, and I'm gonna affirm for him, or he's cheating on me, I'm gonna affirm for him. He's disrespecting the fuck out of me, my family, my cousins, my people. He tells me I'm not shit. And I don't know why, but I'm so attracted to that. I just feel like I need to spend months and years affirming for him. He's so lovely to me. Why? That's
no,
also fear. Okay? That's fear. I'm not worth anything. This person, even though they treat me bad, they're giving me attention, so I'm gonna take that. And
that
I'm
part.
gonna act out of fear and hold on to this person because I need them. Hell no.
No,
Juicy J
no,
said, I ain't
no.
never met no bitch I need. That's how I feel. Met no bitch I need, okay? I don't need you.
So that
Right?
that's true. It's ironic because the irony of that is because when I first found the law, like when I first found the law of assumption, I was manifesting my ex back, my old SP, and that was back in 2020 when I first um I'm not gonna say whose advice I was taking. I'm not gonna say who it is and keep it out of the live. But let's just say I applied what was said, and I ignored the 3D, I ended up in a situation where, trigger warning, I could have died. And I tried to avoid it and ignore it, and I knew what actually happened, but I was still trying to manifest him, not knowing my value, not knowing my worth. I was still trying to manifest him. I was still trying to affirm for him. I was still trying to do that. And I'm like, 3 years later, I'm like, why the heck was I doing that? Why? All for him to like keep coming back to me, tell me that he's thinking of me, tell me I'm this, and then go back and go be with the girl that he cheated on me with, and then cheats on her with me. Like, no, who wants to deal with all of that? No. So it's like, now that I let that go, that makes room for a new SP. That makes room for new value. That makes room for new Sheila to come in and take root, because I'm not holding on to something that's not good for me, trying to thinking that that person is going to change. Just because you know you can manifest this person does not mean that you should.
Thank you.
Okay? You do not need to manifest everyone back. You do not need to manifest somebody that's kicking you down the flight of steps. You do not need to manifest somebody that is choking you. You do not need to manifest somebody calling you the B word. You do not need to manifest somebody treating you like sugar, honey, iced tea. Point blank, period. I don't care who says that.
Yes. 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 And I want to say, you guys, because here's their argument. Because I know all angles of this shit. Oh, well, it's really your fault because you created it. So why are you blaming them for what you created? Why are you blaming them for what you created? My love. Okay, tune in, tap in. All right. The part of you that created it is the part of you that's trying to manifest someone back that treats you like shit. That is the part of you that does not value yourself. That's the part of you that created it in the first place. And by holding on to somebody that's doing nothing for you and most of the time actively hurting you is the part of you that still doesn't value herself. So you want to call forth another version of him, but he's you pushed out. And what you're saying to him by chasing first of all, by chasing someone anyway, right? But chasing somebody especially that don't do shit for you, what you're saying is, I don't deserve shit. I don't need shit. I'm free. I'm free. Y'all heard that song? Kendrick was like, this stick ain't free. It ain't free. Okay? And I don't mean that monetarily, right? It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what is this person pouring into you, y'all? Y'all ain't even getting the damn good morning beautiful text, which is the bare fucking minimum.
Bare
Why are
minimum.
bare minimum? Why are you obsessed? That's the question, y'all. Why are we obsessed with someone who is not loving us, who's not treating us right? When you answer that question, then you're getting somewhere. Oh, wow. It's because I don't see value in myself. You know what I mean? It's because I don't see value. And then when you see value in yourself, because everyone is you pushed out, that raggedy ass SP that you want back so bad, he will totally be back on his ashy little knees. I came to an epiphany. I bet you did. I bet you did. Hi, my beautiful lyric. I love you.
Yeah.
But she's my manifestation buddy. She's the best.
Aww.
She is. She's the best. She's like the person that I'm like closest to, like on my channel. I just love her. But yeah.
Oh,
Carisha says, what about the people that have had a great experience with the SP? Then that's different, right? That was more what it was with me. I always had a great experience with my SP, but I had negative assumptions. I had a bad self concept that caused issues with us. So that to me was worth it. And even honestly, you guys, at the end of it, it wasn't worth it anymore. I was like, dude, first of all, I'm chasing a nigga. Never did this in my life. New experience. It'll be the first and last time. Secondly, right? Secondly, this is stealing all of my peace and my joy. This thing that I'm doing is stealing all of my peace and my joy. It's not worth that. Thirdly, I know who I am. I am a goddess on earth. As a goddess on earth, there is no reason for me to come up off my throne come up off my levitating cloud to come address anybody or come say anything to anybody or get anybody to do anything. They should be doing that shit. No, they are doing that shit on their own. He should be at home like, Olivia loves me. She loves me. She loves me. Oh, let me get a rampage. Oh, who can I book with? I need to talk about my SP Olivia. She's so amazing and I lost her. Yeah, that's how it
I
should
need to
be.
get a tarot reading.
Yeah, I need to tell. Oh, is she thinking about me? Yes or no? I'm gonna cash up you $5 on the TikTok live. Is she thinking about me? That's how the fuck it should be, y'all. And I want y'all to just hear what I'm saying, right? And think about how different that energy is from the opposite. From, oh God, what are you gonna like? Some of y'all right now is listening to this shit, like, yeah, that makes sense. But which affirmation am I gonna play after this? Oh, what do I? Oh, I do have that tarot reading scheduled in an hour. Oh, is he thinking about me? Do you think, is this a sign that he's thinking? Like, stop. Stop that shit. Come into
No,
you. You're a goddess. Hello.
you're the SP. Literally,
Yeah.
you're the SP. Like, your SP is literally your mirror. You want to know what you need to do? You want to know what you need to fix? Odds are they're telling you exactly what you need to fix. Literally. Now, I do want to preface that I do thank my SP, my old
Yes.
SP, not my not I do thank my new SP, but my old SP, I do thank him because had I not gone through that experience that I chose to experience at that moment in time because of how shitty my self concept was, had I not experienced it, had I not gone through that, had I not found the law of assumption when I did, I would not be on here right now.
Yes. Ooh. Yes.
So it was like I chose to go through the things that I did because, again, if I did not go through these things, I would not be here talking to you guys.
Yes. I love that. I love that. And I, it's so funny because I noticed like when I first got into like law of assumption and coaching and my first experience with an SP person was someone who was in a domestic violence situation and was being physically harmed by her SP. And she's like, "Can you manifest him back for me?" I'm like, "Girl, hell no. I can't." You know what I mean? And so that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth with SP journeys because I was like, I get the principle, y'all. Because everybody like when I explain it, they're like, "You don't understand." I'm like, "Dude, you cannot out Neville me, bruh. I'm sorry." But but like I could see that this like the SP, the specific person journey is bringing in people into the law of assumption by the boatload. It's
Mm,
where probably 75% of the people that get to the law, if not more, come in through that. So it has to be, it's purposeful. It's purposeful. A lot of women, man, sometimes you got to get dragged through the dirt to realize, you know what? I never want to experience that again. I never want to experience that again. And to finally to do you come to this amazing law, you force and force and force on your 3D, and then you finally realize like, "Oh wow, it's all me. It's all about me." And then you go on this beautiful journey of learning to love yourself and really undoing it's like a almost like peeling off all the layers that are not God. Peeling off all the layers that unworthy, God ain't like that. Not valuable, God ain't like that. Taking bullshit from people, God ain't like that. You let all that go and then you emerge like this beautiful diamond, right? And that's kind of the purpose, but it's it does sometimes come through with some bullshit, just to be real.
it does. When you get through it, you get through it, and you do become a diamond. You just gotta know, like, this is your worth. You gotta stand and 10 toes down. Like, no, I'm not accepting this. Like, why would I accept less, knowing that I'm of value? Why would I accept less when I know that I exactly who I am? It's not a matter of you. It's not a matter of like, you can have your down moments, you can have your bad days. No one is saying that you can't have those, but you do have to get to that bearing of, no, I am that girl and I'm not going to put up with anything.
Yes.
Example, if I'm sitting here saying my SP, is texting and calling me, and I want him and I'm wanting to manifest him putting in more energy into me, reaching out to me more than I'm reaching out to him. Why would I reach out to him when I'm manifesting him reaching out first? It's counterproductive.
Mhm.
It's literally counterproductive. You might as well that literally negates that whole manifestation if you're gonna be the one reaching out.
Mhm.
And then you have to ask yourself, okay, well, why am I reaching out? Is it because I'm lacking? Is it because I think he's not gonna do that? Is it because I think he's separate? Is it like why? Like you got these are kind of like things that you gotta think about yourself. And if you're literally a goddess, then no point. Like, no, I'm gonna sit on my crown, on my throne. I'm a goddess. You're gonna reach out to me. You're gonna call me. You're gonna put in that effort. And the SB community being toxic as well. That's a whole other video for a whole other day.
Yeah, I never even thought of that as a video, but it is. It's because they also sensitive. They like, oh, hey, you're saying my manifestation. One time I made this video. This girl was like, you just your video just made me spiral because you said that. I'm like, girl, look at you, honey. You've been spiraling, babe. It ain't me, okay?
Mhm.
But anyhow, yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, y'all, listen. There's no reason for you to ever chase anybody. There's not. And when you do, you guys, I'm not even kidding, it makes you kind of not ugly. You can never be ugly or perfect, but it makes you less attractive. It does. It makes you like when you're someone who's like, no, like people are going to come after me. It makes you attractive. It makes people say, ooh, she's not coming to me. She must have something valuable, right? Like, have you ever seen a commercial for a Birkin bag? No. You ever seen a commercial for a Rolls Royce? No, they're not reaching for anybody. They're like, yeah, I'm
Huh.
valuable. I don't need to market. People have me on their vision board. Like, they're gonna come. They're not like, oh, Birkin is not like, I should run a sale. People, you know what I'm saying? People, oh, Gucci's running a sale. I should run a sale. No, no, either you're gonna pay full fucking price, which happens to be a salary at that for this little ass purse. You're gonna pay it, or you're not gonna have that. Okay. So like, but now if Birkin started all of a sudden like, hey guys, we came out with an affordable line. You can now find us in Ross. Birkin is losing its value. It's coming off the vision board. Okay. Nobody's sweating for anything that they can
Put
get in
yourself on the vision
Ross.
board, okay? In layman's terms, put yourself on the vision board.
Hell yeah. Be Birkin. Don't feel like you got the very fact that you feel like you gotta get up and do something or text a nigga or double text a nigga or some shit. Like is you not seeing who you are. And when you do that, they see you like that. They see you like the Birkin at Ross, right? So if you caught a Birkin at Ross, y'all, you're not gonna go to the cash wrap and be like, hey, I think you made a mistake. This Birkin is only $100. It's supposed to be like 50K. Can you adjust that for me? No, you're gonna be like, I came up. When a dude comes across a beautiful, gorgeous woman with good ass energy, giving him time, attention, everything, and then also telling him, "Oh, you do whatever you want because I'm affirming for you." He's like, "Oh shit, I came up. I got a baddie in my pocket. She gonna do whatever I say. That's great. I don't need to put any work in. Take her out on a date for what? I don't need to do that. She's already obsessed with me." But when you hold your energy, they wonder. They're curious. What do I got to do? Ooh, what do I got to do? Right? Just like when you go to like if you think about like just attraction like seeing a woman fully naked, yeah, that's nice, right? But when she's got on something that's a little tight, it's hugging her curves all in the right, it leaves something like, ooh, there's something to imagine, there's something to get, there's something to have. It's not all just right here, there's something to go after. You feel me? So be the something to go after, but just like Sheila said, you can't be chased and chase at the same time, y'all, because y'all turn right around and they're right there. You're right there. You're like, oh my god, babe, did you text me? I'm sorry, it's been 2 seconds. I'm sorry, I was brushing my hair. Oh my god, how are you? Oh my god, babe, did you see this? It's been 5 minutes. You didn't respond. No, Y'all, it took me honestly years in my relationship. We was together. I still was like, look, he's like, baby, why didn't you text me again? I was like, I'm not double texting you. He's like, okay, like we're past that. We're together. Like if sometimes I just don't see your message. Like, but I'm like, no, like then you should think about me. You should think about me and text me and realize, oh, I didn't text you. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them some space, y'all. Get off their neck. Stop jumping to their texts and their calls.
Make
Be
them miss
busy a
you.
little bit. Yes.
Yeah, we hear.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, we hear. Yeah, you gotta make them miss you. Make them.
Yes.
So there's the so I have a video somewhere on my YouTube channel. It's a video saying how I manifested all my exes back, almost every last one of them, except for maybe one or two of them. Um, and this is at the time I didn't know that I was actively manifesting them, and at the time I thought I was praying for them, praying. Don't take that to church because the church people tell you no, you can't do that. If you're meant to be with them, you're meant to be. But whatever, that's besides the point. There was this program that I used to do called I can't remember at the top of my head, but it's something about texting. It was a texting program that teaches you how to text a man, like text your ex back or something.
What?
Yeah, I did almost every possible 3D messing with the 3D possible thing that I could possibly do with my low self concept at the time. Because as much as I can possibly manifest them back in, because my self concept wasn't it, I lost them as fast as I got them. So yeah, that text program pretty much says make them miss you.
Mhm.
That's the one valuable thing that I can gather is make them miss you. But at the same time, if you know your worth, you don't have to play games.
Thank you, Sheila. That part. Because it's not a game. It's you valuing yourself. Like it's you seeing who do you think like y'all imagine like if Beyonce, let's say I don't know who she signed to, but if Beyonce was dropped from her label, do you think Beyonce is gonna be like, oh, I gotta send my resume out? Oh, I gotta let people know, like, hey, I'm available. I need to call some producers. Hell no. She gonna be like, all right, let me get some people in here to, answer all these calls, all these people that's gonna wanna sign me and hire me or whatever. It's knowing it's not she's not like, yeah, I'm gonna let them text me first. No, they gonna text me. So why am I gonna do that? But anyhow,
Yeah, I think it's also interesting because then when you have guys that like, it's interesting because then I have friends that I'm manifesting buddies with that are guys,
mhm.
and I'm like, I wonder how this dynamic works because I'm manifesting a guy and they're manifesting a girl. It's like, how does this work? Like, because I don't want to chase. I don't want to chase after a guy. So like, how does this apply to the guy? Like,
Because
I'm
for the
like,
guys, like this is the thing. There are some women that's just what they gonna do. Some women are very in their masculine energy, and that's not a blame and shame thing. That's some people feel comfortable like that. So there's some if your buddies are guys that are like, I want the girl to chase me. Well, then there's plenty of girls willing to do that. He honestly in the right era because these these new age girls, well, not even new age because it'd be women of all ages. It's
there's
just
another
that
app that's called Affirmity that preaches about how to text a guy. Learn how to text a guy. Like preaches on how to text a guy. Text that life is too short. Text him first, sis. That's the ad. I'm like,
yeah, that's them type of women that be proposing to dudes. I'm sorry, dog.
I don't want to be that. But it also teaches you the self esteem part of it. Like I kind of want to like get the app for like 4 weeks
Hmm.
and just like see what it would like see what it
No,
says.
I don't think you need any of that, Sheila.
Like I know I don't need it, but I'm just like I'm curious because I want to know what they're putting out
What
there.
they're telling? Ugh, I don't know.
Just
That sounds
so I
terrible.
because I like to do my research. I like
Yes.
research. I like to know what's being said, so I know what not to say, but
Yeah.
also teach it. Like it's one thing to teach it, it's one thing to preach it, but you gotta be about it too.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be
That
about
part.
why you gotta that's why a big component of me is I love sharing I love being transparent. I like showing receipts. I come with receipts. Oh, you can't manifest this. Okay, well here's a receipt. Here's proof. You don't believe me? This is proof. You can't make
Yes.
it up. And some of this stuff sounds very illogical. It doesn't make any sense. You can't make it up. You just can't.
Yeah.
But it's also that like um Shalil Shalila? I'm pronouncing that incorrectly.
Shalia, maybe?
I might be pronouncing it incorrectly. I apologize. That desperation. Why would if you feel like you have to do something to get your person, then you're essentially operating on lack, which is essentially desperation. And then when you take desperation and you like really break that word down and breaking words down and the meaning of it or whatever, you get death and then you get separation. But you're not separate from your SP because desperation, the word separation is in there. It means you lack. It means you're separate, but you're not separate.
Yes. I love that. I love that. And it just, I'm telling you guys, desperation, it just takes all your beauty. And so many women, they work so hard on their physical, right? They work so hard on their physical.
Talk about money.
I know. Well, we're kind of out of time, you guys.
Yeah, but
Okay, but how
we'll
about I'm gonna
plan.
talk.
We'll
Yeah,
plan
we'll
that.
be back again, and I'll end this on money. Let me talk about that with money, right? Because just like Sheila said, when you're desperate, you are hyper aware of the lack of it. That's it. You're hyper aware that it's not here. You're not desperate for things that you know and expect. You're not. You're desperate for things that you don't think will come to you. And that causes all the action, 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 doing, all from the energy of I don't have it. Then you're doing all the stuff, you're doing all the action, not getting any money. And then that's just discouraging you. So you're getting the idea that nothing works, right? Nothing works. So it's that's perpetuating you in the state of lack and also perpetuating you in the state of what I do doesn't work. The real feeling of abundance, you guys, is calm. For some people, it's excited. For some people, it's just peace. For some people, it's just relief. But it's a calm expectation that the money is coming and it's coming in abundance. It's not, oh, whoa, oh, God, when is it coming? Oh my God. Right? It's like, it's coming. I know it. Regardless of what I'm seeing. And this is why I tell you guys with money, just like with SP, work on your self concept. Just like when a woman is affirming for an SP and he's doing nothing but ignoring her, all she's getting is reinforcing the self concept. When you're affirming for money, when you're affirming for $10 million, but planning on your rent to be late, all you're doing is reinforcing the lack and scarcity belief, right? Instead, work on your identity. I'm the type of person that money is easy to manifest. I'm the type of person that money always comes to. I'm the type of person that rich luxury, wealth, that's just my natural experience. You can say that, and your conscious mind has no rebuttal to that. Your conscious mind is not going to say, look at you. No, you're not. It doesn't know. Right. So that's how you can apply it to money. Do you want to say anything before we wrap up, Sheila?
Oh, money is your best friend. Okay, money is your best freaking friend. It is your husband. It is your wife. It is your best friend. It's your family. It is everything that you say you are. You are money.
Literally.
You're literally money. Breathe. Relax. Just trust it. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust you. And I know I'm saying it's like I'm saying this as I say it to myself. So I'm saying it to y'all, but I'm really saying it to me. Like, you have to say it to and maybe it might help to put this in perspective. The next time you think you're gonna go and vent to your friend about how your bills are not gonna be paid, instead, go to them and speak some motivation to them. Speak to them what you want to hear. Because I bet your bottom dollar, you know what? That's one of my affirmations. So you know
Is
what?
it
I'm gonna
really?
take you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. See? Just like that. Just like that. Lyric didn't know.
That's hilarious.
Like
Lyric
literally
says,
affirmed
she
that.
says, Sheila, you look like you smell like vanilla. How would she know that, y'all?
She wouldn't have known that. Ever. Like she wouldn't have known that. And even with just being like even with just being on this live, even this is setting me up for that abundance that I've been manifesting.
Mm.
Like that's setting me up. And all it took was me reaching out to Olivia on TikTok and was like, "Hey, do you want to go live with me? I have a platform here. Olivia has a platform on here. So whether we gotta alternate, we can do that." But
Yeah.
that's a I feel like I'm now on a bridge of incidents and bridge of events that's just gonna open up an abundance all because I chose. I made the constant choice to choose to be like, no, this is abundance. I'm in my abundance era for the rest of my life.
Of
So
course you
that's
are.
what I'm gonna leave you guys with.
I love that. I love that, Sheila. And you literally, you have rich girl energy, girl. You have rich girl energy. So that's a fact. Stamp that shit. But yeah, you guys, that's what we have for you guys. Thank you, Shalea. Um, and yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming. We will be live probably next week again on, well, maybe not next week actually, because I have my retreat next week. So it'll probably be the week after.
Yeah.
But we'll probably go on Sheila's TikTok then, and we'll alternate. But I'm sending you all immense love. I'm intending that all of you guys, that the 3D right now bows to you. The 3D says, you know what? I'm tired of being on bullshit. I'm trying to do whatever you say. Okay, I want y'all to click off the video and look at your phone. And oh my God, the good news is there. It's happened. It's done. Right? In all your ways, contemplate the solution, the happy ending, the benediction. Thank you so much, person.
Mm,
I appreciate you. All right, you guys. Love you guys. And oh, Sheila,
yeah.
what's your YouTube so they can find you?
Iamsheilaj. You can't miss me. I got it's the same thumbnail, the black and white you'll find. So
Perfect.
yay!
Yeah. Yay. All right, guys. See
Bye
you.
guys.
Bye.